Hello viewers, this is it, the moment that's been building for years. At age 66, Bishop J. Drew Sheard is stepping out of the shadows and finally speaking out about Dr. Myron Williams. What you're about to hear is exclusive, unsettling even, and it matters far more than you might think. Because this isn't just two men in a church dispute. This is one of the most influential voices in the Church of God in Christ denomination exposing someone who's held vast power in the music department. Let me give you the shocker. The music department president who served under Bishop Sheard's jurisdiction has quietly wielded influence for years, and Sheard says enough is enough. First time ever he's putting it on record. Stick around, because by the end you'll understand exactly what triggered this moment, the hidden tensions, the behind closed doors decisions, and why it's sending ripples through the church world. Bishop Sheard has led one of the largest predominantly African American Pentecostal denominations in the U.S. A former math teacher turned senior pastor, he became presiding bishop worldwide in 2021. Meanwhile, Myron Williams has served as president of the International Music Department. On paper, powerful men, aligned in purpose. But what lies beneath the surface, what Bishop Sheard is now revealing is that for years, Williams' leadership of the music arm of the church created divisions, favoritism, and unspoken tensions. Reports say decisions were made without full consultation, voices were quieted, and budgets flowed in ways that surprised many. These aren't just whispers, they're backed by insiders who say the music department became a power center arguably beyond the oversight one would expect. At 66, Sheard says he's reached a tipping point. He's no longer willing to let matters go unaddressed. The reason, when a key department operates outside the checks and balances of the larger governance structure, the impact is felt not just in music, but in ministry. One expert on church governance writes that when a specialized arm of a church becomes untethered, the risk of mission drift and internal strife rises dramatically. Sheard appears to believe that risk has arrived. Here's where it gets dramatic. Sheard claims he first approached Williams privately, urging transparency, collaboration and alignment with the denomination's core values. When that failed, the silence grew, and so did the consequences. Staff morale declined, some ministries felt ignored, and budgetary anomalies began to surface, though not publicly documented. Finally, Sheard issued a public statement, not just a passive comment, but an intentional break in pattern. Now the world knows what I've known. This isn't just about two men. It signals a shakeup in power dynamics. If Sheard truly follows through, the music department could see a leadership overhaul, budgeting reforms, and renewed accountability. Some longtime members are already buzzing, change is coming, they say. And for younger ministers who felt their voices were unheard? This could be a turning point. Why does this matter? Because the Church of God in Christ encompasses thousands of congregations globally. The way its national departments operate sets tone and example. When internal governance is questioned, faith communities feel the ripple. Sheard isn't simply naming Williams, he's sending a message. No one is above the covenant of accountability. Sheard teases a formal meeting of the General Assembly where all the facts will be laid bare. He promises transparency, invites questions, and suggests disciplinary or structural changes may follow. Williams has not yet responded publicly to Sheard's statement. The tension is real. The climax hasn't happened yet, but it's on its way. Here's where you come in. Keep watching this story unfold. Check the upcoming sessions of the General Assembly for how Bishop Sheard proceeds. Ask your local church leaders. How is the music department governed? Are budgets and influence transparent? Because this moment is bigger than one man's vindication, it might change how one of the largest Pentecostal denominations manages power, accountability, and trust. If you've ever wondered how church leadership really works behind the scenes, what happens when authority meets unchecked influence, this is the moment to pay attention. Share this story with someone in ministry who cares about governance, ethics, and the future of church leadership. And if you see developments, a new appointment, a public response, a structural reform, bring it to the table. Because this is one of those we'll look back and say we were there when change began moments.